one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
This story is brought to us by The Sentinel. An Aurora police officer faces a murder charge for the fatal shooting of a black man during a traffic stop last year. Now, on Monday, a week and a half ago, an Arapahoe County grand jury indicted Aurora police officer Matthew Neely on charges of second-degree murder and manslaughter related to the 2025 fatal shooting of Rajon Belt Stubblefield.
District Attorney Amy Patton would not elaborate on why she believed a grand jury elected to indict Officer Matthew Neely, even made a point of saying this.
Mr. Neely is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law.
But clearly much has already been written and said about this case during the last year. Body, dashboard, and surveillance cameras captured the entire thing.
Get your hands up, dude!
What started with an attempted traffic stop turned crash at 6th and Billings ended with 3 shots, no more than 2 minutes from start to finish. The grand jury concluded the officer acted knowingly and recklessly when he fired. It'll now be up to a jury to decide if that's true.
Neely is on unpaid administrative leave, according to the Aurora, Colorado Police Department. Neely is not being held in jail. He posted a $200,000 bond. His next court date was just this past Monday, August 17th. Neely was previously called out by an Arapahoe County judge for mishandling a burglary case and suspect in Aurora in 2019. And an Aurora Police Internal Affairs investigation upheld some of the allegations. A statement from Aurora Police Chief Todd Chamberlain said he would not comment on the merits of the case, but did support police more generally. He thanked Aurora's officers for keeping the community safe. Police officers are routinely called on to address, sometimes in seconds, dangerous and rapidly evolving situations they did not create, said Chamberlain. He said, I am confident that all the facts will be fully examined through due process. As with any case, these filing charges are not a determination of guilt. Now, last year, Chamberlain created controversy at a press conference by defending Neely's actions during the shooting. The indictment alleges Neely did not tell Belt Stubblefield that he was under arrest, and Neely did not give an immediate warning to Belt Stubblefield that he would be shot before firing because Neely wanted to maintain an element of surprise. Bang! That surprise you? Oh, I killed you. In conclusion, the grand jury said in its indictment that Mr. Belt Stubblefield never verbally threatened to harm Neely, nor made any overt acts to disarm Neely or to rearm himself. Sorry, I got lost in transition there. So they're saying Neely never made any overt acts to disarm Neely or to arm himself with a gun. So basically, he was shot unarmed. The Aurora and Rocky Mountain NAACP commended the indictment in the joint statement, noting this is the start of a long legal process to get equal justice under the law. They said our eyes and ears will remain alert to the legal process to ensure justice prevails for Rajon and our community that has suffered injustice for so long. While we are thankful for the reduction of various crimes in our city that in no way can compensate for or offset any unjust injuring or killing of the members of our Black community. Now, a statement from the Epitome of Black Excellence and Partnership, that's a community group that has supported Belt Stubblefield's family after his death, said the indictment shows that no badge should place a person above the law. An indictment is not the end of the journey, the statement said. It is the beginning of a public process that will test whether our justice system is willing to apply the same standards to law enforcement that it applies to every other member of our community. That's the real question. Are they going to get the same justice that they seem to give non-cops? Attorneys for Belt Stubblefield's family notified the city in February they intended to sue Aurora for wrongful death, seeking more than $20 million in damages. City council members met in a suddenly called executive session this past week and a half ago, Monday, to discuss matters related to police litigation, including the Belt Stubblefield family lawsuit against the city. Now, Neely was disciplined after an Arapahoe County judge found he and another officer gave testimony that was inconsistent with body camera video during a hearing in a burglary case. And that's according to Aurora Police Internal Affairs investigation. That investigation stemmed from a May 2nd, 2019 ruling by an 18th Judicial District Court judge who concluded that Neely and Officer Paul Timmons were not credible witnesses during a motions hearing in a district court case. That's why we record the cops. Officer Timmons and Officer Neely are not credible, said the judge from the bench, according to an internal affairs summary obtained by the Sentinel. Said they testified inconsistent with the video that the court observed, so the court finds that their other testimony regarding what happened when the video is not on is not credible, and the court is not willing to believe any of it. That's the judge's ruling. The judge also ruled that the defendant's arrest was unlawful and that officers used a level of force that was not justified by the circumstances. Said the court finds that those, just that a felony may have occurred, is not specific enough facts for the officers to use the degree of force associated with an arrest, such as what was used here, said the judge. The judge further found that officers violated the defendant's constitutional rights by detaining, searching, and questioning him without legal justification. You guys hearing this? According to the judge and his ruling, the defendant was effectively under arrest before Neely got out of his patrol car and was immediately interrogated without the protections required under the Miranda law. The judge also found officers had no specific reason to believe the defendant was armed or dangerous before searching his pockets. The Aurora Police Department opened an internal affairs investigation into possible violations of department policies governing truthfulness, conduct, job performance, use of force, and constitutional requirements. Aurora police investigators found that neither Neely nor Timmons had reviewed their body camera footage before writing their reports or testifying in court. As a result, the investigation concluded portions of their testimony did not match the video evidence because they're lying. The internal investigation also reviewed the officer's use of force, which consisted of forcing the suspect to the ground twice. According to the report, the officers notified a supervisor as required by department policy. The supervising sergeant, however, determined the force was reasonable. Of course he did. He's the sergeant. He said because the officers used the minimum force necessary to prevent injury in icy conditions. The report said the suspect was not injured and described him as agitated, uncooperative, refusing commands, and asking officers to kill him. Well, yeah, and I'm going to stop here. Yeah, it's really lengthy. It goes down and down. You can click the link in the description box and you can read the rest of it. It's really long. But here they say, well, he was really agitated and refusing commands. Yeah, they jump out of the car. They start interrogating him. They have no reason to believe anything. And of course, he's pissed off. They're violating his Fourth Amendment rights. Yes, and in probably 14th Amendment, right? Am I correct? But, here this Neely, troubled cop, slap on the hand. They upheld the allegations. Did you hear that? But he's still a cop. And now here he's killed somebody and he's been indicted. But that's my point. These sheriffs and these police chiefs keep justifying this. Oh, he'll get better. He's just got, he had a bad day. And then they end up killing somebody. What? Hello? What do you guys think? Let me know.